What is science?
It's physics, science, and a measurement. It's math. That's all three.
What's the
You
measurement?
go up in altitude. You go up. We have an experiment. You go make a hypothesis. Here's what we think is going to happen. Here's why it's happening. We describe that hypothesis in detail. Then we do our tests. We have our variables. One of the variables is going to be altitude, and we see the dependent variable being the horizon drop from level. We see that happening. Validates our hypothesis. Now you can show me why that's not true, or show me an experiment where that doesn't happen, and then you have an argument, and we can prove the null.
From level?
But you're not going to do that.
Absolutely.
What is from level? You mean drop
What's
from
level?
horizontal, right?
Level is an orientation perpendicular to plumb.
You mean drop from horizontal, right? When you go up to altitude.
Drop a horizontal? Yeah. Drop a vertical. Drop a vertical. Drop a deuce. Where did it drop? So it goes straight down. That is
You're
a
talking
plumb
about
line.
when you're looking at your heads-up display, right? Your horizontal.
Yeah. Look at the horizontal line. Yeah, the horizontal is level. Yes.
And you're wondering why the horizon is lower than that line as you look out into the distance?
Because you have a curved surface beneath you, and we know
You're
this
kidding
because
me, right?
we know this because we fly at that level line, and we don't gain or lose altitude above the ground beneath us. Or if we want to measure a point in the distance, hold on. If we want to measure a point in the distance, all we need to do is take that distance to that point and divide that by the distance above the ground and take the inverse tangent, and we get an angle. And always that angle will be, hold on, I'm not done. I'm almost done. Always that, hold on. Always, stop it. Right here, I'm just done talking. Don't be rude.
But Zanik, you're not really having a conversation, Zanik.
I am. I'm telling them the ways we know, how we know.
You're just going on and on and
I'll
on.
ask you one final question, and I'll be done with you, Zanik. You said that's your best proof. You stop there with your proof. An optical observation.
I don't need to go any further. No.
An optical
I don't need to go any further because that shows the curved surface. And oh my God. Are you
What
done?
is wrong with you ballers? Can't you talk normally?
I'm waiting for him to stop talking. He asked me a question. I start talking. He starts talking over me.
I even finish my question. So are you saying
you stopped? I asked if you were done. You were silenced.
My goodness.
It's unbelievable.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm quiet. Boom. Go.
Is your best proof that you're living on a sphere, a high altitude optical observation using a horizontal line and drop from a apparent drop from that line? That's your best proof?
Best
just
proof
one of them.
is any object in the distance being lower than it should be trigonometrically.
So optical
could be a horizon, could be an object, could be anything. You got it? Any object, anything in the distance being lower than it should be. So yes, it's an actual measurement on the ground, straight down, and out in the distance, knowing the distances, seeing the angles. That's how you determine that we're on a curve.
Point when you do that, do objects in the distance appear higher than what they should be? And what do you account that to be?
They could be. That is, make the curved surface larger than it would with a greater radius than it should be. But that's where you take multiple measurements.
So that's
multiple
not
measurements.
Refraction. When that happens, that's not refraction?
If something is looming, that is due to upward or downward refraction, yes.
Okay, but when it appears lower, that's not refraction.
It doesn't appear lower than it should be, or than what? Than the horizontal. Lower than what?
Rakia. You know you
lower than what, Rakia?
He's referring to sinking.
Lower than what, Rakia?
He's referring to sinking.
We don't see sinking. We never see sinking.
Hold on. Did you say no one sees sinking?
We don't see sinking.
Okay,
we have never measured sinking. You can't take a picture of something, you know how far it is away at an altitude, and see it higher than it should be, or lower than it should be. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
You never
you
see
keep thinking that.
That altitude. Is that a caveat I'd like to add to that, Zanik?
What's that?
You don't see sinking from up at that altitude, is what you're saying.
Right, from an altitude down to an object on the surface, you'll not see sinking.
To distinguish from, we never see sinking. That's not exactly what you meant, just to clarify.
Right. We never see sinking when taking a measurement from any altitude.
All right. So when's
Any
Rakia going to
substantial
shine?
altitude.
You're going to get the answer to this.
We see all types of atmospheric effects creating optical illusions. It's called a mirage. Sinking.
The
and
atmosphere is
powering.
denser as you go
Yeah,
down.
you cut me off. That's
So
right.
we'll always have a looming condition.
Go ahead.
for
Let
most
the idiot
observations.
talk.
99%.
Let him get his derp out, Zanuck.
He is talking. Zanuck is talking, Kurt.
Answer the question, Rakia. If you're going to engage in conversation, do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but don't take up time if you're not going to engage in the conversation. Does that sound fair?
This isn't a conversation at all. Not one bit.
You're asked a question. You're acting like you're answering. Are you going to give an answer? Do you even remember what you're answering or avoiding?
So the last thing I heard was Zanuck say he's measured the drop from horizontal. So that means the Earth is a ball if you can provide that information, Zanuck.
I've given that measurement many times over the years, from Mount Baldy to Huntington Beach, from airplanes using HUD systems. I mean, you name it, we've measured it, and it's a grossly different value than you would need if the Earth was flat. So we're seeing 3 degrees off flat. So it's not flat, it's 3 degrees off of flat. And by the way, 3 degrees at 30,000 feet means that the Earth is 25,000 miles.
What we need to see,
Zanuck,
Zanuck,
I was still in the middle of a sentence. I was just in the middle of a sentence.
No, you were like, by the way, you made a point, and then you were like, wow, by the way,
your statement is more important than what I was just saying.
No, because we've got globe proof, everything we've been looking for. What we need now is the method of how to conduct this drop, so we all can do it, everyone can do it, and we need.
We throw you outside the airplane, Chemo. That's how we conduct the experiment of drop.
No. Zanuck says he's got the measurement of drop from horizontal. That means globe is now a possibility because of Zanuck, and all he needs to bring it home and confirm it is just a method, so we all can validate, we all can repeat, and the flat Earth is no more. Because all we were looking for was the drop, Chris.
Do you agree with my method of
No, I agree with Zanuck. Zanuck's got the drop. What do you think we've been looking for this whole time?
Zanuck, do you agree with my method of figuring out the drop?
No. Zanuck has a method. He says he's found drop from horizontal. We need the method. We need to be able to.
I don't know if that was
Outside the plane, is that a good method to find it, Zanuck?
What was your method, Lael?
Male? Who's male? Oh, Lael.
Outside the plane, is that a good
method male, you called him.
You shut up the conversation. Continue.
Okay, Zanuck, I'll ask one more time, and
Yes.
hopefully Chemo does not interrupt. The method Chemo
I know.
is
Good
looking
luck
for
with that.
drop. Would throwing him outside the airplane satisfy that method?
That would be drop for sure.
That's a good
Perfect.
one, Lael.
You
Good
got the
one.
method.
That's a really funny one, Chris. That is. Zanuck, look again. You've got the method for drop from horizontal.
Yes.
What was the method you did to measure this
You
drop?
know that a known distance to an object, and then your elevation above. Hello?
How did you know the distance?
I was giving you the method.
No. You said you've
Measure
measured
it,
the
track
drop.
it, use a laser.
What?
You get in the airplane.
Yes, you drive a car.
Right in that spot.
Fly over the ground. You measure. The maps are pretty accurate. We can, if you don't believe it, you can actually step it off yourself. Use your car. Use your bike. Use a wheel. I mean, we know distances. It's not a big deal.
Of course I believe you. Why would you lie? Why would you lie? If you say there's drop, you've measured it. Well, why would you lie? So
Yes.
Can we get the method?
Why would I lie? Why would I lie? There's no reason why
Why would you lie? You wouldn't lie, would you?
I wouldn't lie. Well, you
would
just want to sing a rap song? Is that what you want to do?
No, I'm saying to you that
lie?
you've measured the drop, so I'm saying why would you lie?
I wouldn't lie.
Exactly. So can we get the method for the drop from horizontal?
I'm trying. I've been telling you this.
Go on then.
You measure the distance. We know it's 50 miles to Huntington Beach from Mount Baldy, and you get an angle by just holding. You can do it simple with a bubble level, and just in some type of protractor, or do some simple. You have some strings and distances and figure out the angle that way.
Yeah.
Pretty accurately, and you'll find out that the distance. Hold on, the distance to that object at the beach is about 1/4 degree off.
Okay.
If it was a flat surface, so it's not a flat surface. It's round.
Excellent. So that means, does that work out to the radius to be 3959? Your drop.
It does.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah, of course it does.
Okay, it does. So, if I'm a 1-foot observer, where does the Earth start to drop from, Zanik?
If you're what?
Nice derail.
If, like, I'm a 1-foot observer, I'm 1 foot off the ground, where will the drop take place from?
Say you're a 1-foot observer.
I think he's trying to invoke the black swan here.
No, we've got we're almost globers. Don't derail, we're almost globers. We've got drop, we've got a method.
The horizon will be one.
The more I work with you, the more you work against.
The horizon
now, look,
will be 1.2 miles away. Hello? The horizon will be 1.2 miles away.
the drop, yeah? So the Earth will start to fall away at 1.2 miles.
Away.
Yeah?
The horizon will be
Typically.
1.2 miles away.
Without refraction.
I'm asking you about where the Earth will start to drop away. You're saying 1.22 miles, yeah?
It drops
It's dropping the whole way.
Oh, here we go.
The
Interruptions,
horizon will be
interruptions. You see, I was
1.2
working with
miles
Zanik.
away.
Now you're working against me. Why?
Dropping from your
Let's go and answer the
horizontal
question.
line always. From the moment you start.
Immediately and
The
forever.
horizon will be down below your eye level by a
Mhm.
fraction of a degree, and it will be 1.2 miles away.
Yeah, so the Earth is dropping away from 1.2 miles away, yeah?
The Earth
No,
is
it's
dropping away
dropping
from the
away.
moment you get a point away from you. It is dropping away from you. At
That
every
means
point away
the
from
Earth,
you,
when we
I'm
say
dropping away
drop,
from you.
we say like curvature. The Earth is curving down in a way, yeah?
Yeah, curvature.
Okay. So
Dropping
we've got
away
this
from you.
observation, Zanik. Check this out. We've got an observation where you're 1 foot and the drop is not until like 10, 20 miles away.
Chemo.
No, that's not what you. No, that's not
Hold
what
up.
you're saying.
Exactly,
Hey,
Zanik.
Kimo.
That's what I was saying. So how do you
No,
explain?
you talk about refraction, where things are loomed up. I've already shown you this effect. It's called the black shark. Maybe you've heard of the black shark. Let me post it for you.
Go on.
So is
There you
Chemo, the rodeo clown, safely gotten Rakia out of the rodeo ring?
Why?
Well, he no longer has to worry about the
Get
bull
on
now,
that
does he?
horse there,
Because you
Rakia.
distracted him.
Get on there, boy. Exactly, rodeo. Yeah.
That's what you're doing, Chemo. That's what you're doing.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean,
Well, Chemo, if it's all about you, I mean, I'd understand.
yeah, but what we've done, we've shown Zanik that the drop that he measured, that distance is set to change any time.
Yes, when you're along water and you're on a shore at 1 foot, like I've shown you, many things can happen. Not only will you see it. Hold on, let me finish my sentence before you talk.
I just said,
Not only will you see it. Let me finish. Let me just finish my sentence. I didn't ask you
don't say a
nicely.
word. I won't say anything. Yeah,
So
go on.
let me just finish my sentence and then I'll stop. So you will not only see along a water line, you will see that the Earth will seem flat. It can actually seem convex or concave, depending on the conditions. So yes, if you get close up to water, all sorts of optical effects will happen. That's why I was looking down from a higher position. It's easier to rule out some of those anomalous type of conditions.
It's not just close to water though, Zanik. You know that, man. It's while looking through any type of medium like the atmosphere, and the differences in what you're seeing,
that's not true.
you cut me off, especially over
Yeah,
distance.
because you said something dumb.
Yeah, you cut me off too. So when looking through a medium like the atmosphere, which contains a lot of vapor and gas, and which is the same thing, you know, that medium causes this, along with the heat and temperature changes and variation, along with the turbulence that's caused by all this happening all at once and mixing together.
Close to
the
surface,
different
Rakia.
pressure. Hang on, I'm almost done. I promise. The different pressures that are happening, the different electromagnetic effects that are also happening
You're gish galloping.
You have
Man,
different,
you are gish galloping,
different,
Bucky.
yeah, maybe so, but it's unusual.
No, not maybe so. You are.
What's really unusual, if I could do it without being cut off like 20 times, I'd be
let
done.
him wrap
Keep on
it up.
talking about
Guys,
gish galloping. No
Electromagnetic.
one wants to hear gish
He said
galloping.
he was near the end. Just let him finish.
And also in the distance, different colors and reflective materials are seen differently. Y'all all know this, so I'm not sure why we're denying it.
The problem is that there's a quantifiable effect, and you're saying it's not quantifiable.
Did he say
Well, let's go back to
electromagnetic effects?
Let's go back to his list. Can I review what you said? You said the reflective wavelengths of the objects we're looking at. You said there's electromagnetic effects. You said there's pressure differentials. You said there's temperature differentials. You said there's water vapor, and you said there's gas. Oh, you said that they're both the same. Sorry. And you said one other thing. So you said a bunch of things, Rekia, but we all know what really causes. Hold on. We all know what really causes refraction, and you left out the one most important element. Do you know what that was? More important, all the things you said.
Well, I think one of the most important ones is temperature variation, but I did mention that one also.
No, that's not. That's one of the least important. But go ahead. What do you think the most important is besides your incorrect
No, I mean, maybe I'm drawing a blank. Go ahead, teach us.
Well, there's the most important one. It's called angle of incidence. You're leaving that out.
I agree. The angle definitely.
So
is
we
a
know
big
when we're
factor.
right along the water that we can see some things occur that would not conform with some of the math and the geometry, and because refraction changes these things dramatically when you're right along the water. Now, if you have an angle above, you're cutting me off.
I know, but you're
so
saying
if you go up,
I didn't
Zanuck,
say.
your geometry is broken.
You can't have it both ways. I can't help you when they cut you
Everyone is
off
talking for
when
so
you're
long.
constantly doing it.
Just make quick points. Zanuck, your geometry is broken. What are you going to do about it?
Chemo, the same goes for him.
No, let me just finish my sentence. It was a simple sentence.
But everyone's
So if you want to get
taking
rid of that
ages.
factor, okay, forget it. You're just going to talk over me.
We agree
How come?
that things happen.
To be fair, shut the fuck up.
But it
Shut up for a second.
You said it's like
Just
exclusive.
shut up.
Like when you
Shut
gain
up.
altitude,
Rakia,
these things
what
don't
part of
happen.
shut up don't you
And that's
understand?
just not true.
Rakia,
Man.
can you let him
Rakia,
finish? My
you're talking
goodness.
all
He
over.
shut up for you. How about
He
you
had
shut up
given
for him?
up. Yeah, he had given up.
I stopped talking for you.
Rakia,
I got reamed
be
out by
quiet.
Jordan.
Go ahead, Zanuck.
Thank you. So real quick, all I'm saying, if you can rule out some of these anomalous effects they cause refraction by just going up in elevation, even a few feet, 10, 15 feet, and look at those objects at 10 or 15 feet above the water, and suddenly those things will be mitigated or even reduced completely.
Right, Zanuck.
You said rule out, and then that's
go on,
just not
Rakia.
true, man. When you gain altitude, your distance increases of your looking, so you're looking through more. Let's say it's a less dense atmosphere.
No,
You're
we got
looking
the
through
same
more
object
Let
in
him
distance.
finish.
So you can't say it rules it out. No.
Yes.
No way. You're
We're
taking.
not
You're
going
saying
over a longer
distance doesn't
distance.
matter,
Just
and I'm
like
saying
oil
you're
wells,
dead
for
ass
example.
wrong.
Zanuck,
You're wrong.
They're bad as each other, to be honest.
Well, no, come
We
on.
should just let him.
You start making lies. I didn't say we're going through more atmosphere because we're not looking at an object that's further away. We're looking at the same object, Rakia. So don't tell me we're looking at through more atmosphere because we're going higher, because we're not.
You're looking through a longer distance, right?
No, you're not.
Oh my goodness! So as
No.
you
Much
gain
longer.
altitude, you don't see further.
How much?
You're
how
not
much
looking at long. We're looking at an object.
Okay.
Looking at the
All right.
oil
I
well,
said I was
4.5
done
miles
earlier.
away.
Does anyone else want to talk about this? Because I
You
guarantee
keep on
like 9
lying
people on this
and
panel
saying
don't
crappy.
agree with Zanuck.
I
and here
would, but I
am
doubt
wasting
I
my
can
time.
get in.
Come
Have
on,
a go,
Kurt, me and
Curve.
you, man.
Have a go. It might be
Zanuck is way
calmer.
off the bill here.
You never know.
All right, so what's your angle here, Rakia? What do I need to refute?
No, I don't think you need to refute anything. I think me and you probably agree, except for the shape that we're looking over, that what I'm saying is true. The only
All right,
thing
let's
you
talk-
and I probably disagree on, because you're intelligent, is the shape of the floor that we're looking over. You think the curving, I think it's flat. The effects would be the same.
All right, let's talk about this distance change. If you elevate straight up, you're looking at a target in the distance. Most of it's obstructed. You go straight up. How much are you increasing the distance to that target? That seems to be one of your explanations.
Okay, so that's where we're mistaken. You're going to increase your distance as you go up because of the angle, just by a little bit. I'm talking about when you look 100 feet at something, and then you rise up 100 feet, and now you're seeing a mile, that distance. So there was some confusion. Maybe Zanuck wasn't wrong. Maybe he was just confused on the way I worded it. I'm saying as you gain altitude, like at 10 feet off the ground, you can see 3 miles. At 100 feet off the ground, you can see 100 miles. You understand what I'm saying? Like that distance.
Are you talking about looking at a specific target, or just being able to see a farther distance in general?
Being able to see more distance. When you're looking out onto more distance, you're looking through more atmosphere. And if you're looking down at an object that's at that further distance, you're also looking through a thicker layer as the light from that object is trying to come through that thick layer towards you. Like it's still traveling through that more dense layer at the bottom of the object.
Why doesn't that impede seeing the object?
What do you mean? Sometimes it
Well,
does.
at the beginning, no. At the beginning of your spiel, you said that because you're looking through a thicker, denser amount of atmosphere, all of these funny things happen, meaning that you're not able to see the objects in question very clearly. Right? But if you go higher, you're looking through even more. That you just stated that. You're looking even more.
No, not if you're looking at the same object. No, that's wrong.
No, check it out.
If you're looking at the same object, the only thing that's
Hold on.
changing a little bit
Hold
of
on.
distance, but your angle is changing.
Pay attention. So if it was hard to see an object,
you're way off.
So if it's hard to see an object that you're targeting through that thick, dense, close to the ground layer, right? Do you think it would be easier if you went higher to see past the object that you couldn't see very well to begin with?
No, you're going to see more.
Through,
I thought
if you're looking
when you
through
asked the question
by your own
you were
words, if you're looking through by your own words an even more thicker layer.
I didn't say you were looking through more of a denser layer. I said you're looking through more atmosphere, which you're still looking through a dense layer. And if you're looking down,
you're just reiterating exactly what I just said.
How else can you? Are you as smart as you think you are? Because if you're looking 100 feet, if you're looking 100 feet through something, and the value of the atmosphere that you're looking through is X, and you gain altitude and you're looking 100 miles now, the value of that atmosphere, it may be a little bit less than X or a little bit greater. It's still gonna be affected by the distance you're looking. Do you understand? Just because you gain altitude doesn't mean you lose the layer of atmosphere you're looking through. The volume of the atmosphere. No, I'm not. You're just trying to turn it around. No, I am not.
You can. Okay, so explain how it is.
Yes,
that if you try,
yes, you are.
And I wasn't talking about
looking at an object,
one single object.
100 feet away, or however far away you were claiming, and it was difficult to see, which also means that the objects behind it, further from it, are even more difficult to see. How is going up by increasing the distance, according to you, is increasing the amount that you have to see through? How are you able to see the things further that were already?
I don't think it is. I think you're like I explained to Curve, and y'all jumped in all on our conversation. We're misunderstanding each other. That distance as you gain altitude, when you're looking at the same object or another object that might be right behind it that you couldn't see before, that distance doesn't change that much. But when you gain altitude, you can see further.
How?
What do you mean, how? Jesus, man, everybody knows this.
That statement defies everything you just went through.
No.
Yes. By your own logic.
The angle changes.
You can see further.
Everything changes. So every variable. You're taking one variable. You're taking one variable, the density of the atmosphere you're looking through, and saying,
that's your main contention.
Nothing. Everything changes. You don't want to hear anybody's opinion. You just
because I pay attention to what you say
and say, you're wrong. because of the way
I'm saying you
picking your
contradicted
words out
yourself.
and forming this question. I can prove you're wrong. Do you want to continue? We seem to get cut off every time we try and have a conversation.
I
don't
pointed
blame
out
you, Curve.
you're the one who created a contradiction. No one else. That's you. You did that.
Yeah,
Bracky,
you might.
if you're gonna
Your
say- if you're
ears
gonna
might be
say
a
it's the
little
angle of-
biased. You know, when you
if you're gonna-
assume the
if you're-
person speaking is ignorant, your ears are going to be a little biased, don't you think? Would you agree with that?
Rakia, your angle of light thing also fails because you're trying to say something that's closest to 90 degrees with you. For some reason, is the hardest thing to see, and going up confounds your problem again because not only are you not really changing the amount of air in between you and them, and you're having to look through a longer distance. Now you should be seeing the top of things disappear because that angle at the top of it is now closer to what it was at the bottom. You're setting something up that just doesn't fucking work.
I don't understand how this is so difficult. Everyone knows, even on a sphere, the higher you get, the longer you see. But it doesn't mean you're looking through, that proportional less atmosphere. You're still looking through atmosphere. And then if you're looking down to the bottom of something where it goes into that dense layer, you're still looking through that dense layer also, just maybe not as much. That's why we can see a little bit clearer when we gain altitude and we see further.
Rakia, how much difference do you think there is in the relative amount in, say, me being at 6 foot high and me being at 16 feet high? How much atmosphere would you say there is an increase from 16 to 6?
No, I have no idea how to quantify that because it would be different every second of the day.
Would you say that it's 1%?
I have no idea. Which
10%?
part of it, I have no idea. I'll answer it one more time. I have no idea how to quantify that, and I have no idea how you would assume to quantify that.
So it's rhetoric.
Now you can make charts all you want, but and say it's this way in a certain area because of temperature and humidity and all that, but that's just not reality. I mean, it might get you close.
What are you
but
talking
it's not
about?
reality.
If you have an average density between here and there, you can absolutely calculate out how much atmosphere there is in terms of mass between there at both altitudes.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is if you look into something, make a graph, and have all the proof in front of you, that doesn't prove reality, is what you're saying.
I'm just
Someone
saying
does the work,
you can.
they got the fine little details, and you're like, nope, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, I have that all the time. Engineers sit there and work out every little fine detail, and in reality, when you get out into reality, the field, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
They can't see it. They're blinded by their own. They're blinded by their own scale, their own formulas, right? Their own knowledge blinds them to reality.
That's a little different, but I can agree with you on that.
No,
When
it happens with
construction
everybody.
and a highway needs to get paved or ripped up, they come out and say, oh yeah, the book says there should be 6 inches of asphalt right here, so dig out 5 3/4. All right, 5 3/4. We're ending up picking up base, which is like 4 fucking inches short of the ash. In that hand, yeah, I agree. Sometimes you can never tell what's underneath something, but that's something that you can't see.
But it's even worse with the atmosphere, brother. It's even worse with the atmosphere because it's forever changing. Yeah, it is. You saying nah doesn't change it.
It's difficult for you. Just say that.
Yeah, you might as well not address me.
If you don't
anymore.
understand it, then you have no weight in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, I'm all right with what I know and what I'm learning and stuff.
But
when someone starts attacking me as I'm ignorant and I'm not intelligent enough to figure anything else out, then why would I waste my time talking to that person, actually?
You're dumb.
I bet that was Bearded Devil. The guy who has no life, who says every day is a bore.
Hey, Rakia, we have photos of half the mountain being obscured by curvature, no matter how high the altitude he goes. He's very high up in that altitude, he can still.
Why did you say curvature?
Of the mountain. Well, what else could it be behind on a clear
Why did
picture?
you say
When he's
obstructed by
elevated, I don't know,
curvature?
1,000 feet, and there's still how much feet of that mountain missing? I'm sure you guys know the photo I'm talking about, but I'm driving right now.
Yeah.
You want to know something fucked
that
up?
one photo.
Start picking up all your possessions out of the dump because your ex-girlfriend's stepdad threw everything out. I got fucking my grade 2 memorabilia kid shit I just had to pick out of the fucking dump.
Dude, I'm sorry about that, but as far as the mountain being hidden, the mountain can be hidden by many different reasons. One of which could be Earth curve, but it doesn't have to be.
It is.
It is. There's nothing else.
Yeah, I understand that y'all believe that. I have no problem with that. I'm glad
It's
y'all
not
are
a
so
belief.
adamant
It's
about it.
knowledge.
I'm just saying it doesn't have to be that.
That's reality.
Rakia, at
Yeah,
altitude,
maybe so.
at altitude, light bends down. See the problem with that?
Yeah, I see the problem with you just broad stroking that. I really do. Because that's not we do see that a lot of times, but we don't see that all the time. Sometimes the horizon appears above the crosshairs, and sometimes it appears below the crosshairs.
At
It
altitude,
appears below the crosshairs more. I'll give you that. But it
at
doesn't mean
altitude, light bends
yeah.
down. It's
Go
not
ahead.
just a broad stroke, it's
Yeah,
reality.
broad stroke it.
But the thing is, Rocky, every single time I come across I-10 and Baylor Peak at Las Cruces, peeps up over the horizon at eye level, and it's 3,000 foot taller than I am, and that's consistent.
Hey, Ricky, would you agree that if
And how
something is
far
closer
away
to
is
you,
it
you
from
should be
you?
able to see it, even if it's taller?
And how far away is it from you?
Like 80 miles. 80 miles.
So as you
And it
look
doesn't
into the distance 80 miles, you're saying an object in the distance appears to be maybe smaller and lower?
What you're not understanding is that it cannot.
That's amazing, Left Lane. I mean,
Perspective.
that's amazing. I mean, that's amazing to me. How does that happen?
Nope. Because
This is 3,000 feet.
perspective cannot drop it below his eye level. It has to be something else, Ricky.
Yes.
Rakia, would you agree that something closer to you and taller than you should be able to see? Can anybody hear me?
Why even bother with these guys? They're worthless, Rakia.
Yeah, we hear you.
Jeremy, let me ask you
No,
then.
I think they're all right, man.
Do you believe that?
They have a belief in there.
Hey, you're
People
roboting.
hear the different views, and they can make their own decision. I'll be out for a little bit, but I'll be back.
Jeremy, do you think that something closer and taller than you should be able to see?
Depends on the angle.
Jeremy?
Depends on the angle.
So if there's a building that's, let's say, 50 feet taller than me, and it's closer, do you think I should be able to see it? Do you agree?
Depends on your angle to it.
Well, you're on a flat Earth. You're
Well,
90 degrees.
if we're on a flat Earth, what angle are we talking about?
The acute angle.
What acute angle?
But if it's only, let's say, if it's only like let's say 12 miles away, and it's a 50-foot building, shouldn't I be able to see that? I don't think that should be too
Probably
small.
some of it. Maybe the bottom of it might get blacked out due to the acute angle.
Y'all gotta quit abusing Jeremy, man.
But
would you say, Mumbles?
But what if we can't see it at all?
Hey, just a quick tip.
Using the mentally
I hate
ill.
to see you guys
Wait,
waste
hold
time.
on, wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, please. Let me just.
Hold on. This
What if
guy
we
thinks
can't
he's
see
got
it at
something first.
all?
Hold on.
though?
Oh yeah. Okay,
Abusing the
you got it.
mentally ill.
Jeremy, what if we can't see it at all, and it's closer to me at 12 miles away?
Let's see your example. Put it in chat.
Just waiting for it. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen my observations. So do you agree that if there's a building that's let's say 50 feet taller than me and closer than the building in the background, I should be able to see that building, right?
Not
'Cause
necessarily.
I don't think 12. I don't think 12 miles
I said
is
not
that far.
I said
if
not necessarily.
Why not?
You're
Why don't you
like
think so?
lagging or something, or is it me?
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're all choppy.
It's probably me. I got a really bad connection. It's probably
Yeah.
me.
Plus, you're a waste of time to talk to. So.
Oh, I'm a waste of time.
Yeah, big time.
That's nice. I appreciate it.
Big time, bro.
Yeah, it's
Did
probably
you not
while
hear
you
me
were
tell
uploading.
Rocky? Did you not hear me tell Rocky that? I literally just told him you're a waste of time.
I heard your
Well,
white flag.
Why do you believe? Why do you believe so? Why do you believe so?
And here
Jeremy?
you are wasting your time, Jeremy.
I know.
Why do you believe
Stop
so?
talking to me
Jeremy?
then. Just stop talking to me.
Jeremy, Kosho's AFK. He wanted to tell you that you did a good job. Jeremy, Kosho wanted to say that you did a good job with Bob Nodell. I think it was kind of good too.
All right, so I just posted a video.
Did you score?
If you can see in
That's
the
what I'm
chat.
saying. Read the chat, Jeremy. Read the chat. Read the text chat.
So if you can see, if you see that building there.
No, I'm not even looking.
On the left
it's not even
hand
worth my
side.
time. Thanks, though.
No, okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to tell you anyway. On that building on the left, that building on the left-hand side there is about, 13 miles away. And between me and that building, there's an island and there's a runway. And on that island, there are buildings I'm pretty sure that are taller than me and closer. So why wouldn't I be able to see them?
That is an excellent question you should be asking yourself, since we know it's not Earth.
No, I'm asking you because you believe. I'm asking you.
Are you asking me, or why are you interrupting me if you're asking me then? That's why I told Rocky you're a waste of time.
But your answer was denial.
You didn't hear the answer because he interrupted me halfway through, so good try.
Okay, you're still talking.
No, what you said was, it's not Earth curve because we know it's not Earth curve. That's denial.
Right. It's a biased denial.
You didn't let me finish, so how do you even know what I was going to say? You don't.
Okay, finish.
I'll show you then.
No, I'm good. You guys are a waste of time. I told you. I just told Rocky that.
Yes, you are, Jeremy.
I just came here to hot mic, eat on mic, and sing. And robot.
Thanks for your attendance, man.
So, B-Ball, you're asking why, when you look over a very turbulent atmosphere, such as, I don't know, a bay in Hawaii, 15 miles, why you can't see
13.
anything? Oh,
it's 13
sorry.
miles.
13
And the
miles.
buildings,
Why
the
you
buildings
can't
on
see
that
a
island
building
are
on an
actually,
island?
the buildings on that island are actually closer to me than the building in the background.
Yeah, so you're asking why over a turbulent atmosphere, such as like a bay,
Okay.
and lots of waves and wind usually. Probably some, warm conditions. I don't know, maybe a little bit of evaporation. Why you can't see 10 miles? You're not really asking that, right?
I'm seeing farther than 10 miles. I'm seeing 13 miles actually.
Yeah, but you're seeing a higher building. You're seeing taller buildings. You're not seeing shoreline at 10 miles, are you?
Well, no, I'm absolutely not. I'm not. Absolutely not. I'm asking you why I can't.
Yeah, because
why can't I see the buildings?
Because you're probably about 8 foot over a very turbulent atmosphere.
Yes.
Medium, sir. So yes,
yes,
agree.
But there's a building.
Then that's what there's
buildings on that. There's buildings on that island that are taller than me, Rakia, and closer.
Jesus, man. Go on a
turbulent atmosphere is not going to be a decent enough answer.
And look 100 feet, you can't see something. You're asking why you can't see something over 10 miles over the same type of.
But Rakia, you're missing the point.
No, you're
missing the point, Rakia.
You're so biased.
You're missing the point.
You can't even see the forest right in front of you. I mean,
there's buildings taller than me.
You're doing the observation that proves it.
Rocky, you're not.
There's
very
buildings
good at
taller and
geometry,
closer. If you just click on the video and watch it, it's only a few seconds. You can see all the land.
Videos, man, and
that,
I see all
no,
the
click on this one right here.
Through. What's your viewer
one
height?
I posted.
What's your viewer height? I'll debunk this shit right now.
It's 8 feet, Rakia.
Then
not even worth it.
I can't see.
Then screw off with
now tell me.
It's not even worth it, Rakia.
Not even worth the time talking about if it's 8 foot. Even your own side says that, and you're going to tell me to look at an observation at 8 foot?
Again.
Go screw yourself,
Why?
man.
Again, Rakia, why can't I see a building that's taller than me?
Because you're
that's
8
closer
foot
to me.
above turbulent water, you Momo.
You're a waste of
And why
time.
can you see the buildings behind it?
Because they're taller.
Fine, Ricky. In that case, you have to reject all ones that
Jesus,
show all the
man. I'm
observations.
beginning to wonder about you guys because the shape doesn't even matter in this instance.
Now, turbulent
So how
water
tall-
has something to
wait,
do with it. Why is
So
that?
how tall is the water,
No
Rakia?
turbulence.
How tall is the water, Rakia?
Air turbulence. The air
How tall is the water?
water. It's liquid. It's
How-
a fluid. It's called air.
So there's a hump of water between me and that island.
you're
Actually, no,
laughing.
me and
You're
the
looking
runway.
through that
Even
medium.
even the front of the runway is closer to me, and I can't see that either.
But I bet it's at a lower angle.
Why would it be at a lower angle?
Wait, so the runway is much higher than him?
It's probably at the same elevation.
I bet you can see the top portions of the building, right? That are much taller than 8 foot.
Yeah,
I
but by
wonder
your
why.
Actually,
by your
no, you
earlier
can't see any of
logic-
that island.
Hold on.
My goodness.
Rakia, by your earlier logic, right?
Bearded
He's looking through more. He's looking through
Bearded
more.
Devil, don't waste your breath
atmosphere
addressing me, sir.
by
Bearded
looking
Devil,
by
listen
looking
up.
up.
Don't waste your pathetic
I don't give
breath
a. You can
addressing
cry all
me.
you
You're
want.
not here for anything but to
I
make
love this.
someone
All he's gonna do is
seem
whine
lower
about
than
it.
you.
So
No,
here
I
we
don't
are.
care.
Every time I
Some people that want to have a conversation, I'll
Hey,
be here all day.
hey, B-ball.
I really
heard-
think
Yeah.
Curve wants a conversation. Y'all just keep cutting him off. It's amazing. His own side cuts him
Go
off.
ahead, go ahead, Bearded. Go ahead, Bearded.
Yeah, you heard him talk about how when you go up, you're seeing further if you're looking down. So by all that, that means that if you're down looking up,
Bro, why are you wasting mic time? Didn't you hear it? He don't want to
You're
talk to
looking
you.
through all
You're
that.
just
I'm not
wasting
talking-
I don't know.
hot air.
I don't
You're just
understand
breathing hot
why
air.
my
No one wants
my
to hear
images
you,
always
bro.
trigger you so much.
You're a huge waste of time, man.
Your images
Especially
don't
you.
trigger anyone. Your
They do
Everybody.
actually. They trigger
interpretation
a
of
lot
your
of you.
images.
Triggers easily.
No,
Me.
you're taking observations over 8 foot when your viewer height is 8 foot over water. When your own side says that's a pathetic way of doing it, and then you're saying, "Look at this! Hey everybody, look at my video. Go watch it. It's not very long. It's from 8 foot above the water, and it's proof, but it's not very long."
What it shows, what it does show, what it does. Hold on, Leo.
What
Hold
it
on,
shows is
Leo.
you
Hold on.
can't take observations over 8 foot viewer height.
What it
over turbulent
shows
water.
is
That's
that I
all it
can't
shows.
see an entire island that's covered by the water.
Yes, it proves that you can't look through that medium of turbulence. Exactly.
So on a flat Earth, don't you think I should be able to see that?
On any Earth, you couldn't see that if it's turbulent medium that you're trying to look through, B-ball. Doesn't matter the shape, sir. The medium matters.
So the water. I keep asking the same question. So the water's blocking the island?
The
Is it
medium.
the water? What? The medium?
Yeah, what you're looking
The
through.
medium itself is blocking the water.
Yes. The medium is
What
blocking.
medium? The air?
The medium is affecting the light that's trying to get from that island to you. Do you get it? That light.
So that happens
that
every
informa-
that
Yeah, I'm
happens every
almost
single
done.
day?
You asked the question. That information can't get to you at that angle. You know why? Because of the medium.
The what?
So that happens every single day? Every time I go out?
Yeah, if your conditions are pretty consistent, yeah, it's going to happen every single day. If you go back to that same 8 foot of observation point and try and look at that same
Rocky is on the
island
cutting
over
edge
the
side,
same turbulent medium, then yeah, you're going to get the same result.
Mumble through them, Stone. Mumble through them some more, Stone. That helps.
Pathetic that after 6
I thought you
years
said it
on with
changes
this-
all the time. I thought you said it changes
Pathetic.
all the time though.
Well,
Jeremy,
when
I'm not
when
mumbling.
Your
It's
conditions
because you have
change,
me
it does.
turned down, you fucking idiot.
When your conditions change, it does. You change your angle, change the light source, and you're going to get different information getting to you or not getting to you. Yeah, I promise you. You take a time lapse from even your 8 foot observation, and it's going to change.
Rakia,
By how much?
you really do think?
By
Hold on.
however much the atmosphere
Go ahead,
is
Beard, I'm
changing
sorry.
and affects the information getting back
Yeah.
to you.
Why do you keep letting Bearded go? No one wants to talk to him. He's a fucking waste.
He thinks that refraction increases with distance.
No one's
Like
addressing
the
him.
actual size.
You're just wasting mic time.
Yeah, don't care.
We told you,
wasting
dude.
my time,
It's over for you, man. No one wants to talk to you, man. Your own side doesn't even really want to talk to you. It don't seem
Yeah,
like.
let's not. Nevertheless, he has the right to speak, whether you
Okay.
guys decide that you don't think he should be doing or not.
Fair
So-
enough, Jim. Sorry.
Oh, so yeah, it's you're confusing. I don't know why you think that the atmosphere, this refraction increases with distance to hundreds of feet to cover up massive amounts of tracks of distance. It doesn't do that.
I think you guys are missing the entire point of Rekia's objection. Particle dismemberment and duality of the photons. That's the problem here.
Yeah,
Right.
photons have no mass, right? What about George's observation over 2.7 miles, where on an afternoon he gets 40 feet of difference in what he measured on a different day during a different
Yeah, and
time
how
period?
often did that happen?
Well, apparently he says a lot most afternoons at this time of year.
And what were the conditions he said that were present for that to happen?
Yeah, the conditions change. That's the whole point, B-ball. Don't you get my point?
No, what were the
No, you're
specific
so
conditions
quick.
that?
You just want to be so quick to get back to your narrative.
Why
You're
are you get so triggered, man? Relax.
I'm not
Relax.
triggered. It's aggravating, wasting time. I'm
Well,
saying the same thing over and over again. And y'all don't
because
care.
you keep bringing
Y'all
up
don't
George's
even listen
observations
to
as
your
if that's
own
some sort
side.
of proof for you.
You don't even listen to George when he tells you the atmosphere changes even from like noon to the afternoon.
Predictably.
40 feet, 40
But
feet
yeah,
over
but you
2.7
keep
miles.
glossing over the point that every time George says that, he says specifically the conditions that are present.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The conditions cause it, B-ball.
What conditions?
What conditions? What
whatever
conditions?
conditions are that Pacific time.
You can't even
that he
name what
took
type of
this
conditions.
is
So ridiculous, man.
It is ridiculous that y'all can't even listen to
No.
your own side.
No, that's not
What
Your
conditions?
own side is telling you how do you know? How do you quantify it? You can't.
He did.
No, he cannot. He can get it. He can tell you when it's going to be more refracted and less refracted, but he can't
there you-
tell you it's going to be 38 feet
There you go.
refracted. Bull crap. Yeah, that's the whole point. And he definitely can't tell you when there's no refraction. You know why? Because there's never not that.
So what does George say about when the best conditions are?
You're midday with a stable observation.
What he calls stable, yeah. But the measurements are still off, no matter what. The refraction is there every time of every second. There's no
Midday when
shot
the sun's
refraction.
midday when the sun's shining on things, making things appear to curve when the sun hits them. Like in that observation with the table and the spirit level or pieces of wood, whatever that is.
We're
talking about
observations done at night.
Night, you think there's not nighttime refraction? You'd be dead wrong about
I'm
that.
just asking you. Settle down, easy.
Yeah, refraction
And Matt-
happens. Listen to me. I'll repeat it again. Refraction
Matrix Media
happens
doesn't think there
every
is.
second of the day. Every day, all
Hey, man,
day.
you need to settle down
Doesn't
for
mean
being
just
that
when the
stupid,
light is
man.
out.
Fucking
Your
A.
whole day.
God
24 hours is a day. Refraction happens every second of that 24 hours.
How much?
Depends on the conditions. And the
And
angle
how?
of the light. And
Could
the
it be
UV
down
light.
to zero?
No, it's never zero.
Never zero? Never ever.
Never.
The angle of the light is 32 degrees. How much refraction is there, Rukia?
I don't know.
What about in your house?
I
10
don't know.
degrees. How about
What would
10
be the least amount of refraction?
I would say in the most controlled environment, maybe a vacuum, maybe it would be the least amount of vacuum. I mean,
So you're just
refraction.
throwing out.
That would just be my guess.
You're just throwing out ideas because you don't even know the angle. You're just saying the angle of light causes refraction.
You got me,
The
Leo.
angle to 10 degrees. What is the refraction rate?
You got me, Leo, boy. You got me, man. I don't know what to do now.
Well, then just quit throwing out gibberish.
Yeah,
Because
what was the gibberish I threw out, Leo?
If you
Refute
can't
me.
determine the
You think
angle
you're
of light,
refuting me?
you can't tell me
You
one
know,
angle.
one trick
angle
for
of
you,
light.
right here.
What is the
Right here.
refraction off 1 degree angle?
Rocky
What's
got
up, Xanax?
BTFO'd by Leo.
Right here. You know, one check for this, if you have refraction, is you can take a measurement, go up in elevation, take another measurement, and keep on going up and taking measurements, and you can then plot what that refraction value, how it changes. Because we know the distance to the object and the angle for which it should lie. So we can actually determine this curve or the variance in refraction by going up in altitude. Do you understand that?
I understand you're saying it, yeah.
No. Do you understand I'm saying it? Come on. Don't be a jerk. You
I
know
mean, I
this is
understand
true.
the principle,
If we
yeah.
have- if
I don't know.
for example, Rekia, listen carefully. If we look at the black swan and it looks like we have, you know what? based on our measurements, the Earth is flat. People say, okay, the Earth is flat. But then guy goes up, the guy raises his hand in the background and says, what if we go up 10 feet? Okay, let's try that. Then we go up 10 feet and measure it, have a different measurement. And keep on going up 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot, and the measurement changes. So suddenly we have a curved surface as we go higher, but a flat surface as we go down. And we plot that. Then we do measurements of the temperature gradients and pressure density gradients. We can see that the refraction was greatest at the surface and least as you go up. We know this because of the variance in the trigonometry values that we've achieved, that we've calculated. So what do you say to that?
Blah. I'm just joking.
So you don't understand what I said. We measure as we go up. It changes. So if it's refraction, why is it changing as we go up? To a flat surface as we go up, and a round surface as we go up, and a flat surface as we go down. Meaning we have more downward refraction closer to the surface and less downward refraction as we go up.
Because the distance to the object that you're taking those angles to aren't drastically changing. But the
Why are they
density
changing?
layer of
Why is
what
it
you're
changing?
looking through is.
Why is it changing?
I don't even know why I try and talk to you, man.
No. Why are we changing? Why is it changing
You
when
went
we
through
go
your whole
up?
spiel and I didn't interrupt. And then
I know, but why are we
respond, after you said, "Can you respond?" You interrupted.
I ask you, why is it changing? The distance.
Your angle is getting greater, so your distance is changing, but not by much.
No, wait, what?
Why'd you mention it then? So we're talking about a hypotenuse. So we have a hypotenuse now, which will change in a ratio, following the trigonometric laws with respect to the elevation, correct? And it's very tiny. Once we get to a 45-degree angle, that distance will be what difference from the base leg? Do you know?
No.
Well, at a 90-degree angle at the base leg and a 45-degree angle on the sides, we will have a right triangle, and that distance will be 40% longer. But that's at a 45-degree angle. If we're 4 miles away, that means how high do we have to be for that to be true? You don't know. See, these are things you haven't even thought about. Now, if we just go up 10, 15, 20, 30, 100 feet, we will see that the refraction value will go down as we go up, meaning that the refraction is greatest at the surface, as we would suspect.
Yeah, I'm not denying that.
Okay, and then by correlating that value change as we go up, we can then determine what the position actually is, because we'll get a very accurate picture of what the refraction is at sea level versus at some altitude and everywhere in between. And then we can take that information and determine where the object actually is by ruling out the refraction, which we've determined by these measurements. You see how easy it is to show that you're wrong, Rakia?
I'm wrong. Yeah, okay. Good luck.
Good.
Man.
I'm glad we got that.
He doesn't think.
Yeah, you win.
You can't prove to him he's wrong.
Yeah, you're not going to prove with all that for sure. I mean, I've already stated my proof would be.
It's mathematical proof. Yes, it is
yeah,
proof.
You cut me
anyway.
off. I'm very assured that every time I speak, someone's going to interrupt me, and then one time I interrupt people, they're going to fuss at me. But yeah, I would take right now, today, this very second, would apologize to everyone and make sure I call everyone that I've told that the Earth was flat. If you could show me a way to measure curved water. I mean, when we talk about all the refraction and all that, that's just a phenomena having to do with how we see objects in the distance due to the medium. So it has nothing to do with measurement. When you start talking about I'm measuring this, I'm measuring that through great distances in the atmosphere, yeah, I don't really trust that too much.
And yet they do it accurately and frequently.
And I just gave you a method to do that, Reki. You just hand waved it away. You measure the object, go up, measure it again, go up, measure it again. Continue this process until you get a plot of the refractive value, because we know where it should be angularly. You don't see any further. There's no more atmosphere you're going through. You're just going higher. So you can then determine where that object should be and what the surface looks like that it's sitting on. I don't know why you have a problem with that. It's not, and there's no optical effects, and the optical effects are ruled out because you can measure them.
Okay, just take your win All right, and collect your thoughts because I'm gonna be out of pocket here for a second.
That he's a lost cause, man. It's nothing you could show him. Nothing you could do. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
You have God himself tell him it was a ball, and he'd say, "Nuh-uh, you're a liar."
Now, why are y'all lying?
Nuh-uh, God is
Just
begging
gave
the
you
question.
a very specific way. I even clarified it. And then your immediate statement to that was, man, it's just a lost cause. There's nothing you could do when I had just said what you could do. It's amazing.
Nuh-uh,
And
you're
then
begging the question.
the other guy invoked my religious beliefs by saying, if God himself told me. What liars y'all are. Is this how y'all have
Call
to
him a
act?
deceiver.
Is this how y'all have to act to make
That-
your life
we
seem
just
better?
compared some.
I don't get it. Now I'm gonna go on mute again. Y'all can talk about me if you want, but I would suggest you don't
Well,
talk
that
about
Rakia
me,
guy, man, he is
especially lie
Lord.
about me.
My God, does he blather on? Holy shit! Let's talk about Rakia. What an idiot.
I'm still trying to understand how turbulence in the atmosphere affects our ability to see through it.
Well, it could be electromagnetic turbulence there, Blue.
Water. That runway at 8 miles is 10 feet, so it would be above my head.
Interesting.
What about
Yeah, but
intent?
How does turbulent air change your ability to see through the air?
Oh, it's just blowing that light all over the place.
Must be.
I had flashlight, like somebody shined a flashlight at me, and the light blew away from him, man. I just couldn't even see him.
Somebody flashed you with the flashlight?
Yep, the flashlight.
How was that?
I've shown a laser into the air. Sometimes the air is so turbulent, I can see it like form a pretzel in the air in the distance.
Yeah, protect your eyes because you can get like bent around and right back into your eye. It's a strong headwind.
This turbulence is something, man. It's more powerful than
Yeah,
perspective.
the stronger the wind, it'll bend that laser, man.
Never shine a laser into the wind.
So if I shot a bullet, would that be the path of the bullet?
It's kind of like peeing into the wind. If you shot a light into the wind, it will shine back at you.
And you can be blinded if it's a powerful laser.
Damn, it's a good thing I don't have a lot of wind in my garage. That would fuck Cavendish all up.
Except it wouldn't.
What a bummer.
I still
I'm serious. Talking about how disappointing that soup was has made me depressed and hungry. I'll be
What's
back.
the soup?
Pasta Pajoli.
Kind of
Morales.
upset that
It's
Jeremy
like
doesn't like me.
$3.60 for a 15-ounce jar of that shit. It's supposed to be.
That's not how you
good
say it.
stuff,
It's
but
pasta vazul. It's not pasta fagioli. Where did you hear that?
pasta
Shut up, Jeremy.
Vazul is one of the ways that certain people say it.
Ruckus.
You gotta add like
Hey,
fresh
Jeremy.
parsley and a bunch of shit in there and make it homemade. That'll make it good. I'm telling you.
Trust me, you don't got the Stugats to try to treat me like some Goomba.
Oh, you're like a real Italian, eh?
Hey, bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing.
5 foot nothing tall and built like a brick shithouse.
Hey, Jeremy, I thought we were cool, man. What happened?
Yeah, not you in particular. You're all a waste of time.
Jeremy's gone into
We
ultra
even like-
cunt mode. This is his latest shtick.
We even like the same music.
I feel you, bro. You guys are just all like, this ain't going nowhere. Why are we even
Jeremy,
bothering?
have you called everyone dumbasses here yet? Or
I tried to give you my example earlier. You cut me off mid-sentence. Like, what's the point?
Well, stop saying stupid shit.
I wasn't saying stupid shit. Nobody even heard what I said because I got cut off mid-sentence after he asked me a direct question.
I have no
I
idea.
always hear. It's funny. I go on Brandon and say, "Yeah, man, we've got all the science, we've got all the observations, everything, man. Flat Earth is killing it, but we still don't see any evidence."
We're winning the debate. You guys have no horizon Earth curve to hide. All right.
Flat Earth flavor over here. We're winning, yo. Yeah, get him, Brandon. Get him, Chemo. Fuck him up, Rakia. Fucking flavor.
If we say we're winning, then we're winning. Hey guys, I said we won, therefore we won.
That's how it works, right? Or
Also, it's called pasta fajoule. Make sure you say it right.
You still didn't say it right, faggot.
Make sure you say it right, and then you call him a faggot.
Being a fellow New Yorker, I know that you a lot of things wrong.
Because we're winning.
I don't know, man. I was listening to Brandon, was it yesterday or the day before or something, and Dan the Waterman seems like he's pretty much leaving Flat Earth.
He's off the rails. That math ain't wrong.
No, he's calling it right.
Nah, that math ain't wrong, bro. He fucked up. He got it wrong.
Oh, I thought that y'all determined that he was right.
Not me.
Well, we know that the inverse square law on the moon's light was wrong, right? That was wrong.
I don't know. Where did you, who's talk? I thought you were talking about the airplane shit.
It was the airplane shit too.
No, the airplane shit. The airplane math's right.
How did you figure it was right?
What the fuck is this airplane math we're talking about?
I pulled a calculator out and I did the math, and it's right.
That didn't tell me.
So how is the other math wrong?
Airplane math is.
What's airplane math?
It's
They're talking about the drop. Something
Airplane math,
about a plane,
nautical engineering, flat earthers.
how much a plane would have to compensate. for
Okay, got it.
Great, I like it. I don't know why they do the calculation for just an hour. Take it out 12 hours. It's even more, a lot more drop. Really make it look silly.
And it still don't matter.
Mm-mm.
I think it's cool that Dan the Waterman is actually calling them out for their bullshit.
Yeah, but don't do the math or the idea behind the mechanics of flight to know that if you only have enough thrust to stick at a certain altitude, you're going to stick at a certain altitude. And if that altitude's around a curve, still going to stay at altitude around a fucking curve.
You're not going to go off into space? Whoa.
Well, even do that same fucked up math, but do it for a minute and see how much drop the plane has to make. Then do it for a second. Why do you keep getting different numbers? Why does the rate keep changing? It's an interesting question.
Perspective.
Perspective is it. You got it.
Is medium change the right answer?
No, I think it's turbulence.
Shit.
No, it's the
A
electromagnetic
mistake in the metric.
spectrum in the water.
It still blows my mind that Rakia thinks that 10 foot of viewer height is suddenly going to create enough difference in the amount of atmosphere to allow him to see the base of something as though that were the problem to begin with.
And I was just asking a simple question. Like, I mean, I can't see buildings taller than me, closer to me. So in his mind, he thinks that it's the water that's blocking the entire island. So I guess that would mean that there's a pretty huge hump in the water between me and the island.
He doesn't know what he's saying. He said the way.
That's not what I said. I said the medium has water
Oh,
in it.
Rocky,
Man,
that
y'all
is
just
what you
bullshit.
said. It's the water.
Y'all are liars. If you heard that, Then yours
I was
logged up,
gonna
or you're
jump
just
in and
lying
say
about
something,
me
but
right
I was gonna
Shut your
jump in
mouth,
and say
Paul.
something, Rocky, but it's not even fucking worth it. Why?
Oh, shut up then. Dear, oh dear.
It's a medium change.
What, from air to air? Yeah.
Buildings on an island taller than 8 feet are not visible, even though they're closer.
You're looking through more atmosphere to them, even though the buildings beyond them are at further amounts of have more atmosphere between them.
Right?
Yep.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. How does that work? That just makes no sense at all.
Well, he cannot allow it to be what we know it to be. It has to be something else.
He is out of the same mold as Travis, I'm afraid.
Y'all are the most disingenuous people I've ever met.
No, it's what you said, Rakia.
Y'all are the most disingenuous. That is not what I said. This phenomena could even happen on a sphere where the object is closer to you, where it's definitely not Earth curve blocking that object, and y'all still are deceiving people with this.
I thought you said it was going to be on mute. What the hell?
So hold on. So at 8 miles, right? If something is 10 feet above me at 8 miles, I shouldn't be able to see it?
Yeah, there are refractive phenomena and optical phenomena that would obstruct that object.
Which ones?
Yes.
Which fucking
All of
ones?
them. Every one that happens. Every one that obstructs it. Every
Do
one.
not, yeah, you gotta explain this. Whatever one that helps you continue to believe the Earth is flat. That's the one.
Rakia, it's only the ones that help you. It's nothing else that we know to be true. It has to be the ones that work for you.
I even said it would happen on a sphere. How's that helping me?
Oh,
Y'all are
what you fucking
deceptive.
do.
Y'all are disingenuous.
Yeah, it is
fools.
happening on the sphere. You're right.
You're just trying to make me look bad, even though I do.
No, you're doing that
You
yourself.
No, we're just trying to show you that you're. I'm not trying to make you look bad. Just showing that you're wrong.
All y'all trying to
That's
do,
it.
man. It is strange.
I'm not making you look bad. You're just making you look wrong.
You live in a strange
You're
world.
making yourself look bad.
No, y'all make yourselves look bad when y'all are disingenuous on purpose.
No, we're just pointing out the obvious.
Jeremy actually, a split second after I commented, said, "Man, I was fixing to jump in," because he knew y'all were being disingenuous. Too. It's amazing.
No, don't get him on the y'all. Get him on the other stupid shit he says. Don't pick up on.
Is there?
Southern accent. That's not worth.
When does Rakia not bitch about anything?
Put yourself on a.
That's all he does. It's all he does is bitch and fucking whine. That's what he does.
Yeah, I'm not.
It has to be an atmospheric effect. It has to be an atmospheric effect. It has to be the amount of atmosphere. It has to be the water in the atmosphere. It has to be everything except for what we understand it to be.
Misrepresent you all you want. That's not me.
Oh, bless.
Well, what I understand.
You intentionally come. He intentionally comes in here and misrepresents Jesse. He intentionally comes in here and misrepresents George. He intentionally comes in here and misrepresents Soundly. And we're the disingenuous fucks for repeating what he said verbatim.
I never say anything about any of those people that is not on video. Screw you.
Twat.
You guys are very disingenuous. Extremely disingenuous. Here comes the biggest one.
You know what a persecution complex is?
He has no idea what that is. He's displaying it, but he has no idea what.
You know, there's a reason you keep coming back to a place where you think everybody disrespects
everybody knows.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. You want to know why?
I know why. Why do you think?
Okay, no, you think you know why. Do you want me to tell you the real reason?
Sure. Oh boy.
Okay, because there's one or two people in here that may hear what I say, and there are those people because they DM me. That's who I'm here for. I could care less what you think of me, what complex you think you're gonna over the internet.
Gonna save your complex.
Let's just use words. Yeah, exactly.
What pedestal you're gonna put yourself above me and talk down to me like you're smarter or more intelligent or you're better than me? That's a complex.
All three of those things.
That's the complex you should be talking about. Yet you're not.
It's not a complex if it's true.
In other words, he doesn't give a flying fuck what you think about him.
Less.
Was that clear enough? He doesn't give, and I don't give a flying fuck what you guys think.
How much you don't
How's that?
flip complex. I could give a flying flip what you think of me.
Yes.
Care less.
But you don't care.
That's Rocky. We know that's not true because the moment someone dares impugn you, you respond with venom and vile.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
I'm
know
going
that you care.
Stop
to
describing yourself.
defend myself. Yeah.
Stop describing yourselves.
Well, then you care, by definition.
Yeah, I care because y'all are putting this is over the internet.
You can't even
don't tell us you don't care.
Did you
Yeah,
not just say
so
you
I
didn't
do
care
care what
5
people
seconds
think of
ago?
me. Other people, I don't care what you think of me.
So who do you
Don't-
care then?
Laugh it up there, Gamma Boy.
I don't give a fuck. Okay, I do care.
I don't. Hey, let me make it clear. I don't care what you think of me. Was that clear?
That's
enough?
obvious.
Yeah,
No,
thank you.
Really wasn't.
It's not obvious that you. It's obviously not obvious that you don't care what we think of you. Otherwise, you would not respond in the way that you do.
Well, whatever you think, brother. You're brilliant.
Why don't you turn the other cheek?
Hey, listen,
do turn the other
clown. This
cheek a
is
lot.
not a sewing. This is not a sewing forum. We're here to discuss
I do
things.
turn the other cheek
Now,
a lot.
whether we give a
Oh,
fuck,
that's
you
bullshit.
personally,
You know
what
it.
we
You
care.
turn-
What the fuck are
You
you
turn it
talking
right
about,
around and
bud?
attack with venom and vile.
I
You
listen
are
to hours
you are
and
the
hours of
vinegar
you
and
No,
salty
talking about
motherfucker.
you, Stone,
talking about
you I
me
want
when
to
I'm even
attack.
not
You
here.
are a piece of shit. You hear that, Stone?
Oh, that's
You
sweet,
are a
SC.
piece of shit.
That's
You
lovely,
personally.
man.
Oh, come
There's
on.
nice people on
Come
this
on, SC.
server.
Relax.
But you, Stone, personally are a piece of shit.
Oh, man.
SE,
Oh,
you
Come-
used
listen to
to
that
be
guy.
one of the nice people on the forum before you became whatever in the hell
I'm
you're
still
turning
nice.
into.
No, don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
that's
You're nice to
bullshit.
me.
You
I'm
know
nice
it.
to you.
Me and
If
SE
you're
are
nice
nice
to
to
me,
each
I'm
other
nice
all
to you.
day,
We could
every
have a
day.
brewski. No
Yeah.
problem. But the
Mike
minute
Feeney
you
agree with
think
you, right?
that
Dude,
you
have
can
a
insult
Can we have a brew?
me or
Can we,
one
can
of
we
my
have a brew and
friends,
look at your
well,
13-mile bridge?
Dude, we have a
then we
Budweiser
got a
going
problem.
together, could we?
Yeah, y'all are sitting in here. There's people right now at the Pontchartrain Bridge. I was there over the weekend. I did observations of oil rigs this weekend while y'all sit behind y'all's computer and talk about people.
I got
Tell
better
them how
things to
wrong
do.
they are. Yeah, you're here all the time, doctor.
I'm working right now,
Say
man.
you
Except for
took
the
some
2
pictures of
seconds
the
I'm talking to
am
you
I.
right now.
Do this in the
So
back
am
I've been
I.
working the entire time I've been listening to
So
you.
have I. So have I.
Yeah, I'm actually working right now.
So am I.
So what's your point?
You took some.
So that
You took
makes
some
all
pictures
of
of
us.
the
But
Pontchartrain
some
Bridge.
of you are
got better things
vile.
to do.
Some of
Hey,
you are
let's
vile.
I
get to the
got better
bridge.
things to
Yeah.
do than go do
Some of us
observations
talk
of
with
oil rigs.
respect,
Yes.
Right.
and other
You'd
ones
just
look for
rather sit in
trouble.
here in your spare time instead of going to research things. I get it.
We don't have to because we already know.
I don't need to research
Right. He
anything.
already knows. He's the knower.
It's done.
He's the
Yes,
smarter,
you're
right? He's
funny.
brilliant.
It's
Other
funny to
people
listen
have done
to
it
people
for me,
who
Rocky.
think
yeah,
this is
here-
flat.
I've already
Here
I've
for
already proved it to
entertainment.
myself,
Yep,
Rocky.
I'm here for entertainment. I'm here to laugh at the retarded people because
I
I'm
am
so
here
No,
for
I'm here to
entertainment, but
understand you.
I've already
I am
proved it.
so
I've already
smart.
proved
No,
it for
my
myself.
research is not.
It's
My
hilarious,
research is
man.
not limited to the fucking shape of the earth. I do
I
medical
was talking about
research,
the other
write
guy.
abstracts, do case studies. Fuck off with this bullshit that no one does anything. Fuck
I didn't
you.
say that.
Who are you addressing when you said doctor?
Oh
You just sit on here all day.
Y'all you just jump right over that, huh?
Over what, man?
He's the only doctor
Oh,
here
what do
right
you-
now.
There he is. Hey, there's that guy. I'm so smart that I come to a place where I can laugh at retarded people because that's how smart I am.
I'm not laughing at anybody,
You know,
man.
the guy laughing right there. What's his name?
Man, entertainment is
Yeah, it's so
subjective.
funny. I am so
the moron
entertained.
Stone. That's
I am
his
so
name,
entertained
Rakia.
at coming to a place to laugh at
Oh,
morons that I deem morons. As a matter of fact, they're not morons. I just deem them morons, and I come to that place every day and laugh at them and call it entertainment.
No, they are morons.
That's how smart
Flat Earth
I am.
is entertainment. I'm sorry, it always
Yeah,
has
that
been.
makes me smart.
It's fucking hilarious.
That makes
Who
me
said
so
that
much
made him
above that
smart?
person.
Because
Who
they're so
on earth
serious.
said
Rocky
any of that?
That guy laughing. What's his name? M Stone? Is that M Stone?
He didn't say he
Yes,
comes in here to
I'm
feel
laughing.
superior.
Yeah,
that
that's
guy,
M Stone, the moron. Yeah, you got that right.
When did he ever say he came in here to feel superior?
He openly admits he comes to this place to get entertainment and laugh at morons.
A lot of them openly admit that. Oh yeah, openly, proudly.
That is how smart he is.
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
come for
but
different
Alex,
reasons.
even your own group
Has to
in
do with
Stone's going, wow,
entertainment.
that is kind of stupid.
We're
Yeah, we should be
What are you talking
researching
about?
Flat Earth instead, right?
Trading stories with
No,
themselves.
if someone says, okay, I come in here to do case studies and I want to kind of find out how people react and what people beliefs
That's
are.
also not what I said.
Yeah, but I'm saying some people. I didn't say you. Hey, calm down with your ego trip there, bud.
He's
I'm not
talking about me, I
every
think.
time.
See, why use my word?
I
Why
said
use
that.
my word? Why use my words to not apply them to me?
I respect that.
Why would you use my words to apply to not apply them?
It's
I
not
just don't
your
understand
words
you.
there, ego man. Wasn't
I
even
was the
My
one who
heart
said
meter's running
research.
a little bit high on Archaea right now.
Who else in this
I kinda
conversation
respect
said
that. I mean,
research?
I do the
said
same
research
thing.
is
I
that?
like people watching. I like coming on here sometimes and just listening, or going on YouTube, and I don't even say anything. I just listen, and it's amazing how people interact with each other. I think that's an amazing
you also
part.
like trolling, Rakia.
I don't know about that.
Oh, remember
I've
that time you came in and just lied about an observation you made?
Oh, you mean that one time? Yeah.
It's one time you've admitted to, right?
No,
but you
that's-
can't
that's
deny
the
you've
only
like
time
you've
I've
done
done it.
trolls here before, though, right?
Yeah, the time I apologized for, like 10 times, and you keep bringing up
After you got caught?
6 months ago. Whatever, man.
After
I
you
said
got
the-
caught?
What? This is
What's
wrong, Rocky.
This is new to me. Y'all really,
Well,
this
just
is all y'all have-
don't get on your
This is
high
like
horse,
the
Rakia.
It's like a black swan. You only got to do it once.
Rakia got
Condemning
caught
everyone else for
lying?
something
What?
you've done.
You really think I'm a troll? I mean, come on. I'm as open
Well,
as
you
there is.
you admitted to trolling people before, right? You lied about an
Yeah,
observation you
that
made
one time, you mean the time that I apologized we're still talking about? You moron.
at least once.
Do you
Probably
want to
more
talk
than
about
that.
that again? Yeah, that one
And
time. I
Rakia, you call me a
definitely
No,
trolled.
liar
I don't
all
want
the
you to
time.
be. I don't want you to be on your high horse so much. That's all.
Yeah, I trolled that one time. I openly admitted and apologized for it. And your point being,
Yet,
My
yet
point
you
being,
call
you're
me a
getting on
liar all
people
the
for
time.
laughing at flat earthers in here and taking entertainment from the things that go on, and yet you've done the same thing.
they do it daily, man. I only brought up the guy that comes here every day and does it. Not that did it like one time 6 months ago and apologized for it. So a little bit of a difference, don't you think?
Dude, you
Well, it's
got a
weird.
guy like Anamorphic Mind and M Stone every day. That's what they do. You don't understand. They
Right, but
insult
then-
people
Here every day,
24 hours a day. That is psychological
You insult
damage.
people as well, Essie.
No,
What do you
only if
think
you
you
insult
do,
me.
Essie,
Only if
Essie,
you
that's
insult
fucking.
me.
Essie, that's bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give you a good fucking insult.
Wait,
You
wait,
called
wait,
me
wait,
a
wait. Hang on,
dumbass. I
Essie.
never said shit to you, Essie. You called me a dumbass.
Well, if I
Earlier
did, I
today,
apologize.
Essie, wait. Earlier today, Jose just asked you to be quiet so he could hear someone answer a question you asked them. Your response was to
That's
call
a
him a
lie.
little
Essie,
bitch
you
to
call
a
people-
lie.
That is a lie.
Essie, you call people idiot clowns all the
Jose
fucking
was trolling
That
time.
is a lie.
Jose was trolling for entertainment, and you know it.
He's gonna play it tonight on his show. Watch, and he's
Well,
gonna
you gotta have
accuse
some
me of
perspective,
losing it.
right? I know that
You
you're in
think I
this
didn't know what
environment
Jose was
a
doing
lot,
today?
but we are talking
You guys
about
don't know
whether or not the
Jose.
Earth is
Come
flat.
on, man.
Like, you realize that most people don't take that seriously, right?
Yeah,
Expecting them
Jose
to take
was-
that seriously is
Jose
kind of
was
a
being
weird
Jose. Don't
condition to place on
I
any
think you're
interaction
wrong about that.
that
I
you
think
have in
you're
here.
in your little bubble, and you don't realize what's going
No,
on around you.
no, you're in your bubble, and you think
No,
this subject is
I'm
serious
out
when
in
it
the-
isn't.
I'm out in the public talking to people, and that's not how it is, brother.
Well, I wouldn't.
They're amazed that they didn't know things.
No, that's,
and that
I don't know. I don't know
only
how.
believe in the globe
I don't know
because of
what world
they've
you
seen on
live in
TV.
where you can go to people
reality.
and talk to them about this, and they're taking it seriously.
No, you're in your bubble.
Louisiana is not known for.
Yeah, well, here he goes. He's gonna demean something.
No, M
He's gonna
Stone,
be,
you got
he's gonna
psychological
put
problems,
himself
bro.
on that pedestal.
Oh, really, Essie?
Did somebody
Yeah,
spank
I
you
don't
when you
live
were
in
a child?
Louisiana.
Paradox. The author of the Skateboard Paradox is telling me I've got a problem.
Oh yeah, you got serious psychological issues.
I live
my
in
friend.
California, so I'm so much better than someone who lives in Louisiana. That's
So,
basically.
Rakia, what do you think
Yeah,
will happen then
yeah.
if I go
You're
onto the
just
street
a
and I start
hick,
talking to
remember? You're
people
just a
about
hick.
how the Earth might be flat? Do you think they're all going to be like, "Wow, I had no idea"?
A lot
Or
of
do you think they're going to go and tell their family about it later and say, "You wouldn't believe the kind of crazy shit I heard some guy telling me today"?
I would say 3 years ago, like 9 people would have mocked you, and today maybe 4 or 5 will mock you. The other ones will be interested or pretend to be interested, and maybe they'll go research it.
No, what'll happen is that probably 9 out of 10 of them will politely listen to me, right? And then maybe 1 out of 10 will mock me.
Bullshit. No way.
But then all the ones that politely listen to me and go away, they'll say that was crazy. People aren't nasty and confrontational in real life. It doesn't happen.
Are you serious? Go.
Yeah,
go
it's very
walk up to
rare.
10 strangers and start talking about any subject and see how nice and polite they are to you.
Yeah,
Where do you
I've
live?
done it.
La La
Most of
Land?
them will be polite.
Where do you
And
live?
what do you expect? You go to people on the street and they just start ridiculing you for no reason. That doesn't happen.
If you talk about flat Earth, they will.
They probably. Well, now you're
Right.
making my
There's
argument.
a
I mean,
program
you were telling me they won't. So what's the truth? You're telling me they don't do that. You were just telling me they don't do that.
They laugh and mock. Yeah,
telling me it doesn't happen. You're telling me how many people take you seriously
You
and are
want me to
surprised
repeat
by
what
what you
I
say.
said, my exact words? I said
Go
9
ahead.
out of 10 people 3 years ago would mock and laugh about flat Earth if you approached them.
So you're talking about 3 years ago
later,
now.
And you're cutting me off again. 3 years later, about 4 out of those 10 people would do that.
Oh, sure. Make a claim you can't prove, Rakia.
I'm
Very
talking to
good.
people every day.
Trot your happy ass
day.
on up to the LSU campus and
Every
tell those
day.
kids about
Bank
flat Earth and see what
tellers,
kind of response you
People
get.
on the street, my clients, everybody. What do you think about flat Earth?
And they politely nod their heads.
Why
And
do
then
you
when they
think
go
they
home,
respond?
they
Why do
can't
you-
believe
why do
what
you
they
think
heard.
they
That's what
Some of
happens.
them laugh. Some of them laugh.
Why
and
do you
mock.
think
So
they
now you're
respond like that, Rakia?
But what I'm saying is 3 years ago, a lot more laughed and mocked. Now it's not. Now it's like they're hearing more and more about it. They're seeing it in commercials in the Super Bowl. They're hearing their friends on Facebook talk about it. Yeah, it was in the
What
Super Bowl
commercial on the
commercial.
Super
And
Bowl?
flat Earth
Last
is at a
year and
low.
this year, flat Earth was in Super Bowl commercials.
Where?
Super Bowl commercials.
Who paid for
this? As a meme.
Can I
as a
get an
meme.
example?
Rocket, those are all
Someone
parodies.
look
You do realize this, right? Nobody takes it
There was,
seriously
it was still flat Earth in the Super Bowl commercial.
as a fucking joke.
Because they're laughing
Like
at you,
I
dumbass.
said, flat Earth was in the Super Bowl commercial.
As a joke,
So you agree it was in
mocking the stupidity of flat Earth.
Right, mocking. There you go.
So what's your point?
Be a joke.
Exactly. So that is your
It's
point.
being mocked more now than it's being mocked more now than ever.
No,
Is that your
people are
point?
just hearing it more now and ever,
No,
and
it's
they're
becoming
researching
more
it
and more ridiculous, man. With more and more people.
Yeah,
going
well,
to
if
space.
we all live in
Wait,
California
what
and
did
we're
you
as
just
smart
say?
as you,
They're
the world would
researching
be a better
flat
place.
Earth? You
What
mean
an idiot.
Googling YouTube videos from
A lot of
Mark's
Yeah,
people do
when
that.
you
Nathan
see
Thompson?
when you see flat Earth mocked
A lot of
in
people
the
do
Super
that,
Bowl
yeah.
ad,
A lot of people do
that
laser
makes you
tags.
research into it.
Rakia, we have thousands
Whatever
of
way they think,
experiments which
will help.
prove or provide evidence that mass has an effect on other mass.
The extent of flat Earth research is
You
go
still don't have
out,
the calls.
make an observation, and then deny exactly what you see and make up some ad hoc explanation
Or
for
look
what
at
we
a
see.
star, but don't focus your camera. That would fucking.
Rakia,
That would
the cause.
That's not a flat Earth proof. What are you talking about?
Oh, God.
You're not very smart, man. You pretend to be smart. You're not smart at all.
Rakia, it sounds like you're trying to say that it's getting more popular. Is that what you think?
Is
You
it more
think-
popular? No, I'm saying people are more aware of it. I didn't say it was more popular.
Right. So people are becoming more aware of it, but it isn't getting more popular. So what's the
I don't know if it is. I don't have a way to judge that. I don't poll people or whatever. I just know I'm amazed in where I go when I mention it. There's more people than I ever thought that are actually flat earthers, and there's more people that are open to it.
Well,
than
that's what you're
ever
saying,
before.
right? So you're saying that 3
Well, I've
years
been
ago
doing it
people were
about 3
ridiculing
years,
it,
and I've seen it over that 3-year period. Become
Right.
more acceptable to talk about.
but then so people are more aware of it now. And 3 years ago they used to mock it more than they did now, right? But
Yep,
then
yep.
there's more awareness, but there isn't more popularity of it. So what does that say?
What do you mean? I don't know
Yeah.
if there's more popular. I
He is on decline.
Rakia, look into chat. I posted something. There you can see the popularity of flat Earth, the interest
definitely on
for it.
decline.
Are you going to do the
It's on a-
YouTube
it's on a little
thing?
uptick
Really?
right now,
YouTube's being censored, brother. Sorry. Of
No,
course the
it's
numbers
not.
are
Google.
going
Why,
down.
man, they've never censored anybody.
Of course the
on
numbers
flat
are going to
Earth,
go
man.
down
That's why
when
they
they're
made
not
so many
promoting videos.
retarded-
You know, every time I get
So
off
when
a
you
YouTube
type in-
video, a NASA video comes
That's
on.
Google, not YouTube.
Yeah, same difference.
So what metric do you use to judge its popularity? Is it
Uh,
purely
uh,
anecdotal based
just
on
by
your
my
own
own
personal
I
experience?
don't trust
Yeah.
like data collection offices and polls.
Well,
and
what
things
if
like
I don't
that.
trust you?
You don't have to. I'm not asking you to.
Dark,
Matter of fact, I'm telling you not to. Go do your own.
Dark, do you remember his massage lady that he extols? That's the kind of people. That's the kind of people he uses as evidence
Okay.
that flat Earth is becoming more popular.
Everyone he comes in contact with is a flat earther.
No, that's not true. That's a lie.
All the people
Why are you
he
lying?
speaks to while he's in Discord are like pro flat Earth. Because that's what you say. Like every time you're on, you're like, oh, this guy I'm working with, doing construction with, he thinks there's flat too, you know?
No, that's not what I say.
Done my
wanna
own
be very
research, Rocky.
clear.
I can't find
Many
anybody that
people in
believes
my
the Earth is
family are
flat.
not flat
Nobody.
earthers. Many
Do
of my
you?
friends are not flat earthers.
Rocky, didn't you say your entire crew are flat earthers?
Yes, but they were flat earthers before I became flat earthers.
Come on.
I have 3 different
There you go.
crews. The 2 from Honduras, all of them are flat earthers.
Sorry,
One
just
that-
not
one
asking them.
crew that-
How
you
many
don't
people?
wanna
How
hear.
many people
You
are
asked
in your
me about
crew?
my crews,
In
I
what
started
world do these
explaining it,
people
and you don't
live?
wanna hear. Yeah, you don't
How
wanna
many
hear.
people are in your crew,
Zero
Rocky?
Rakia,
The one crew
and
from
his
Mexico,
second
like,
and
some
third
of them are flat earthers
personality.
and some of them aren't. But the people from Honduras, I don't know if it's because of how they were taught in school or their religious beliefs or whatever, but most of the Honduras people that we run into are flat earthers here in Louisiana.
But do they depend on you for work though, Rakia? Because they might just be saying this to make you happy.
What are you talking about?
Like if you're employed, then they might just say, "Yeah, we think they're flat too."
Right? No, that's not how it happened.
Are you
Or-
Someone from
Yeah.
the educational bar is very high to be working on Rocky's crew.
Yeah, you know it, man.
Yeah, y'all know that. You know
Cream of the
anything
crop.
about my crews? These guys make over $200 a
Birds
day.
of a
I think
feather.
they're educated enough to make that.
I don't care how much you make, man.
How many guys you losers have on your cruise?
I have 38 people today working under my name.
I thought
God
my
bless
show
you,
doesn't call
brother.
people names.
How about you other guys? You're putting down my friend here. How about you guys? How many guys you got on your cruise?
Zero flat earthers.
No. How many
27.
guys total in your crew, in your business? How many
15, 15 on my
do you have
engineering
working
team.
for
A million.
You might be a supervisor. That's not your company.
Beyond a supervisor, Rocky.
You write that check.
Rocky, isn't that your brother's
You gotta
company?
make payroll every week.
Are we in a dick measuring contest now?
No, I'm just saying he sounds like someone who just went and got a job somewhere and is comfortable doing that, which is fine.
A job? No, Rocky, you have a job. I have a career.
No, I do not have a job, sir. I own a business.
There's a big difference there.
You own a
I've
business
never
and you
had a
employ
job,
over
never.
35 people?
I've never had one job except for when I was in high school. I had jobs. I'm talking about as a man on my own. I started my business when I was in college, and I've had my own business ever since.
College.
I've
All right,
been
you know
an
what?
employer.
Good for you.
Yeah,
I'm not.
It makes no difference.
No joke. Good for you.
Yeah. Like I said, I commend anyone who works.
What?
It gives you, zero additional qualification in metrology, but it's good for you that you can.
I'm just
care of
saying, you
them.
don't have to be a business owner to be a great guy. I mean, this has nothing to do with it. Just
No, you're the one that's trying to make that point now.
No, I'm
Just
No,
an
you guys
FYI.
were making fun of him. Don't turn it around. You guys were making fun of him.
Yeah, we're
We'll continue to make fun of him because
No,
he
we're
intends
trying.
on making shit up.
No one cares what you do, lame guy. Hey, the guy who comes here and laughs at people he calls morons and calls that
Laughs at
entertainment.
people he calls
Not even your
morons.
own group cares about you.
What the hell are you
Who are you referring to right now? That's Brian. He's a doctor. He doesn't go around calling people morons.
I'm talking
I
about
believe.
M. Stone. I might have got their voices confused.
All right, fine.
How in the hell did you fuck that up?
You're kind of low.
Does he sound like an Arkansan to you?
Yeah, he's not
Whatever.
the
I already said I
Arkansan. I'm
might
not
have
an
got it mixed up.
Arkansan.
He's got to be.
Stone,
from
I thought you were in
California.
Texas.
He's
I
got
am
to be.
a Texan.
All right, I got that right. Yeah.
Texas, and you're talking about Louisiana?
Yes, I'm
They
aware
all
of
sound
what
like
goes
white
on
people
over
to
there,
me.
man.
He's from Texas, and he's
Racism.
down in Louisiana.
Oh, fuck you. Louisiana state motto is thank God for Mississippi. That's how big a shithole Louisiana is.
Awesome.
Are you serious? So, I mean, seriously, a person from Texas talking
I've been
about how
around the
bad
Architects.
Louisiana
I've
is.
worked up there.
They're kind of like
a bunch
two
of fucking
pennies in the
idiots
same
up
barrel,
there,
right?
Hey, Rakia, when you guys are in trouble, where do you go? You're welcome.
I don't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah? So when Katrina
Yeah.
hit, where did y'all
Oh, yeah. I didn't go anywhere when Katrina hit.
take care of your bitch asses? You're welcome.
I tell you where I went a couple months back. I went to Texas and Lafayette and Lake Charles 3 or 4 different times. With my equipment, my manpower,
Those are
and
literally
water and
within
all that.
30 miles of each other, man. Great.
Yeah, Texas and Mississippi, Louisiana, we all help each other out. Why are you from you're not from Texas then? I guarantee it. You're a transplant.
Really? No, I'm like
I
a seventh
guarantee you're
generation,
not
seventh,
born and
eighth
raised in
generation
Texas.
Texan, bro.
Are you born and raised in Texas? And you're
Give
down
me the
in
definition of
Louisiana?
seventh or eighth generation.
He's not a transplant. He's just trans.
And you're down in Louisiana?
Yes.
I don't know many
Yes,
Texans who
I
do
am.
that. Yeah, that makes
so
sense.
far and
I
above
know who works out
Louisiana.
there. That
There's
is
a bunch
incredible,
of fucking
bro.
idiots like you down there, man.
Yeah. Oh, Texas is so much. You're so above me, man. I can't believe it.
To be fair,
Texas is
every other.
No, there's a lot of idiots in East Texas too. Fuck, man.
Yeah, I
East
agree.
Texas too. You can hear the stupidity in Stone's voice. I gotta turn you
Talking
down.
about, I can't believe this.
Hey,
dude's
do
from
they
Texas
do they
talking
fly
about
do people fly the state flag on the back of their trucks in Louisiana?
Funny how easily
yeah, they
Jeremy
do.
does that.
People in Texas do though. They're proud of their state. I like that. Not many people fly the Louisiana flag. We fly the
Man,
American
Texans
flag.
must be ashamed of you, Stone, because Texans are
What are you
proud
talking?
people.
What are you talking about? People don't fly American flags in Louisiana. They fly LSU flags because y'all aren't about anything other than your one university that carries your ass across the board.
All I know is that if you fly,
I don't have any LSU flags flying right now. I have American flags flying, but I do fly LSU flags also.
SC, you're ridiculously stupid to me. You'll always
Seems
be.
like everything y'all say is refuted by reality.
Aw.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about I can
silly
go,
back.
I can go home
It's a
right
silly
now
back and forth
show
about
you my
fucking
flagpole
flags.
and all my
Are you
neighbors'
seriously thinking that a silly back and forth about flags is a major refutation? How shallow are you, you fucking worthless fuck?
Claim? You're just making claims out your ass. You don't even know.
Well,
Who gives a fuck about? Oh, I fly the fucking
It's
Louisiana
not a
flag.
false
I
claim
fly.
to say that Louisiana, when it comes to education, is one of the bottom tier states that's ever existed. You fight with Mississippi for last fucking place. You're gonna down Texas. Texas has outranked y'all leaps and bounds for damn near half a century.
Not to mention, you think the
Down
earth is
Texas.
flat.
I said it's funny that someone from Texas is downing Louisiana. That's what I said.
And they have the right to.
I
Texas
love
is
Texas.
above and beyond y'all by a long fucking shot.
Above.
This is painful to listen to. Honestly,
Is it, Jeremy?
How they think some people are just so above. Some people
Jeremy,
are below.
log out.
They gotta put them on the scale.
Painful.
No,
Listen,
really
I remember why I stopped.
Hey,
I know.
it's
I
not
know. I
the
should
same
log out.
as
I
your
remember why I
dumbass
stopped.
trying to
Log
correct
out.
me on a pronunciation of a word when you're fucking wrong. I was not.
Rocky, I posted an article that has all the states ranked by education.
I gave you the fucking. I posted a video to you.
If you know
Hey,
how real
dipshit,
Italians said
I
it, you wouldn't have
posted a
pronounced it
video
like that.
to you backing up what I said. I'm
If you
aware
know
of
how
people
real
saying
Italians-
Pazol. I know what that's about. But you don't come in here and fucking tell me I'm wrong when I'm saying it correctly because you're using some kind of fucking slang or some shit or some other word.
You're wrong.
You got that, little miss Jeremy?
You're wrong, bitch boy.
Bitch
I'd
boy.
fuck you up.
Perv, listen, I don't hit old men, so
I'd fuck you up. You wouldn't get a fucking chance, bitch.
I'm on the
Bro, I'll
interstate.
break
I
your
see
hip
an
in
American
like
flag,
30.
no LSU. I'm right by LSU's campus, too.
When do you want to do this, Jeremy?
I'll break your hip, Curve. Don't step to me.
When do you want to do it?
SmackDown.
Come on, you
Not
slimy
Earth
little
Monday.
cunt. You're as weak a bitch as wits it is.
Versus Curve. SmackDown.
I'd beat him to a fucking pulp, Pyro.
SmackDown.
Break your hip, old man.
USA.
Jeremy, shut the
You got
fuck
nothing
up.
but
Call it an
a
old
stupid
man,
fat mouth backed up by a jellied brain.
I
You're a
don't hit old
dumbass,
men.
Jeremy. Don't ever forget
And
that.
remember,
I don't hit old men, Curve.
Trying to correct people when you're fucking wrong. You goddamn cunt.
Is threatening to beat someone to a pulp over a pronunciation of
I
a word.
said I would. Yeah, don't mention anything that he said now. Don't mention any of that.
Jeremy does this shit all the time, and it gets fucking annoying. You really do want to. He's got such a slappable voice. Just his voice.
Yes.
His voice is like you know that if you saw him in person, you just want to
His
slap.
voice is annoying.
So
I'll
Jeremy
second
has
that.
control
It's a little
over Curve
ironic
like
when he
that,
tells
really?
me about my
Is that what
voice.
In
you're
the
saying?
left
You're saying-
corner,
you're
Curve
saying
the
Got no
Curved is
control.
so weak? You're saying Curved is so weak that Jeremy has control to make him act like this?
Who said that at all?
You talking
That's pretty much what you're saying, yeah.
No one's saying
No.
that. You fucking
Somehow what Jeremy did made Curve act like that. Because Curve is so weak and
I
Jeremy is
corrected
so
his
powerful.
pronunciation of
Yeah.
the word.
Except
Yeah,
that you
it was
didn't.
big time.
Oh,
And
that's
he's
so
wrong.
dumb.
Fucking didn't.
And Jeremy's
dumb.
fucking
I'd rather
wrong.
have it
This is the
wrong, man.
idiocy that makes him a fucking 19 ranked flat earther.
Yeah, he's like the bottom of the barrel fucking flat earther, like just the most fucking
You really are a stupid piece of shit, Jeremy. The delusion is just unbelievable with you.
I think 19 is up difficult
But you've got geniuses like Rakia and SC on your side.
Boy, another ad hom by the genius curve. He's added so much.
No,
he even went and researched how to pronunciate
Jeremy and Rocky.
You're not wrong because you're stupid. You're just stupid
There's no
and
flat
wrong.
Earth. How come none of the flat earthers are like engineers or anything?
Who says we're not?
Because you'd have to be intelligent and go to school for a while.
Probably is wrong because he's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. How does a flat earth?
It's really devolved in here. I thought Jem said it when he wanted it to get better this
Fuck
year. You
off,
guys are
Jeremy.
devolving.
He got the same. Hey, he got the same mods and the same group of
They really got
lifeless people coming here every day.
Same yelling from Rakia.
And Rakia, you'll be here tomorrow too. The next day.
And we do our best to deal with you, but you guys are just over the top.
You're just not good enough, right, Kerr?
Do our best to deal with us. You're nothing without us. You're just some dudes on the internet about nothing.
Oh, that's
Without us, you're
delusional
just
as
some dudes
fuck,
on the
bro.
internet that got no hobby.
I think Rakia was saying like, why aren't we good enough to convince him? But there's nothing that would convince him. So
You're wrong again.
not even God himself coming down and saying, "Here you go, Rakia." He'd say, "No,
But I'm from Texas. I'm so much better than you.
Measurement or drop from horizontal.
Where'd you go to college there, guy?
You show me curving water and measurements of drop from horizontal.
Did you go to college in Texas?
Yes.
Did you go to college in Texas?
Just wait 1 second, guys.
The guy
Who
from
are you?
Texas. Did you go to college in Texas?
Who's in Texas?
Texas, man, a few of them.
What is that, M Stone?
Yes. What?
Did you go to college in Texas, M Stone?
Hey, just hold on.
Holy
Just
shit,
pause
man.
the
Yes,
pause
I
the conversation for a
Did you
second.
go to Oklahoma? You went to Oklahoma or Texas?
Oh my God, man.
Just wait. Hang
Hold
on.
I think Lewis wanted to say something. Go ahead, Lewis.
Okay, guys, go ahead. Continue.
I was just asking where M Stone went to college.
Okay, that's twice I've heard Lewis do that now.
Really?
He did it a couple times.
Lewis is brilliant. He's trying to diffuse the situation. It worked earlier, actually. Oh, there's another American flag. Let's see. That's a Toyota flag under it. No LSU flag.
Lewis, what camera tricks did you use to record the curb in Pontchartrain Causeway?
Shoot, I don't know that they have names. I haven't tried to copyright them yet, but I took a P900 down there and just shot it straight across the water.
That's awesome, man.
What do you have to say about people that are there every day but too stupid to be able to replicate your shots?
There every day.
I don't know what to say about them because I went there and took photos and it was plain as day. So
Are you an experienced photographer with special knowledge in the field, Lewis?
no, you don't even need a tripod.
You just went, you like do a point and shoot number, and there it was.
Yeah, you just rest your
but-
camera. Just rest your camera on some fixed object, and it'll be easy.
Brilliant, buddy. I'm glad you brought that
Why can't Crybaby Rakia do that? I wonder.
Did you see how the road on the bridge appears the ramp? Did you see how the road on the bridge?
How many days were you there? Hang on, Jeremy. Let me take this. Hey, Lewis, how many days were you on Lake Pontchartrain?
About 2.
Oh, 2 days. And what time of year?
I don't remember. Probably
Summer. Was it hot?
No, it wasn't.
got a gotcha.
Was it cold?
Why is he screaming?
I don't know.
Who does that?
Because was it hot? Gotcha. He's gonna say, "Oh, because 2 days. That's not enough."
Which was really trigger him.
You
He
only
hates
went 2 days.
Tyler.
So that wasn't enough time because the atmosphere changes.
You ever tried
The
talking
atmosphere
to
changes.
I'm glad you took this one, Rocky.
He's
Rocky,
like,
I'm glad you took this one. These guys are animals. Look how they're behaving. This is why it's not coming in here.
They're like a pack of hyenas.
Lewis, was it cold? Lewis being there 2 days.
Was it hot?
Of course, yeah. See, there it is. There it is. He only said 2 days.
2 days.
He said he had been there 2 days.
Hey, man, you know,
With all the pictures that have been taken, and all of them, why is it that every time someone goes there, it offers, regardless of how many times one person went?
If I go there today, I'm probably going to get the apparent water bulge. What are you talking about?
And it's still going to look curved, right?
It's a phenomena. Yeah, optical. It happens a lot
Phenomena.
down here because of the atmosphere. The turbulent
because
air,
of the
you know,
atmosphere.
the turbulent air that's over Lake Pontchartrain.
The atmosphere is making the bridge curve. Yep.
No, it's not. The bridge isn't
The
curving.
mirage is making the bridge curve, guys.
Oh yeah, the mirage making a bridge curve. Yeah.
Appear curve. You know what else it does? It makes it appear like it's bending left to right too. You know it doesn't though, right?
It was a mirage, guys.
Yeah, mirage every day.
It was a mirage because I went to college. I went to
Optical
Louisiana.
illusion due to atmospheric conditions.
Maybe if I yell
Bebop,
louder, I'll
hey,
be more
Bebop,
right.
Do you think that bridge? Oh, there's another American flag. Do you think that bridge bends left or right at a certain angle, or you think it's straight?
I don't know. Can you show me it bending left and right?
You've seen the picture like 1,000 times, bro. You're just
No, I haven't.
No,
No, I haven't actually.
Fair enough.
See the problem. Lewis, how many nuggets did you eat before you took those images?
Were they hot or cold?
I can breathe because of atmospheric conditions.
I thought there were more nuggets, but it was just a mirage.
Man, you guys sound so intellectual. Wow.
Yeah, kind of like the guy
you're
yelling.
really
Was
tall.
it hot or cold?
What is this, comedy hour now?
There, I listed my schools and whatnot. Go ahead.
Steve, did you not hear the other guy who's screaming on the microphone? Huh?
It's really. How don't you remember what time of year you were there? If it was hot or cold? I mean, really.
Well, because it wasn't
always
that
hot
there, and I
It's
just
not
don't
always
remember,
hot
man.
here.
You know,
Compared to some
hang on,
places,
hang on. I
sure.
can just look at the date the photos were created, and that'll tell me.
So you don't remember you were in short sleeves or long sleeves or coat or
Hey,
night
Lewis,
coat?
can you post those photos? I want to check them out.
Yeah, I've been posting them in debate chat box.
Hey, Lewis, were you
why don't
wearing
you-
sweatpants or were you wearing shorts?
Hey,
were you
Lewis,
wearing a
post-
parka
post
or were
the
you
day-
wearing a Hawaiian
Hey,
shirt?
Lewis, post the day that it showed the most
It was-
curve and the day that it showed less curve.
Lewis, were you wearing a
And
beanie
explain
hat
to
to
us
cover
why
up your
that
ears from the cold nip, or were you wearing like a baseball cap?
Oh, look at that. Everywhere I turn now, American flags. Amazing.
Baseball.
Oh, wow.
American flag count.
it looks
brought to you
curved.
by Ricky.
God bless America. Yeah.
God bless America. And not a single LSU flag on the whole way home.
Says the Canadian.
Who cares?
Wow.
Damn right.
still
Says
looks
the
curved.
Canadian.
Did anybody
God
ask how
bless
many
Canada
LSU
as well.
flags there were on the way home?
It was
Yeah,
it was
that,
August.
Louisiana post.
It was August 3rd.
Because that's all we're about is the one. He was just trying to put down Louisiana. So I'm taking a piss out of
That's
him.
pretty easy, actually.
Proving him wrong again. Seems like everything.
Like very
else is.
poor, very
Rakia,
poorly
who gives a
educated.
fuck about a piece of cloth that
Foreign
people fly?
healthcare.
Nobody
Yeah,
fucking cares.
Hey, I agree. Why do you think he would say something about it? You think he was just trying to demean people in Louisiana?
Why are you so sensitive, dude? Are you? Do snowflakes melt there?
No.
Or they just stay cold all the time.
You think I'm a snowflake? Come on down, brother.
Yeah, you're a big snowflake, man. You're crying about Louisiana. Do you think that he was trying to put down the sweet home Louisiana because he thinks he's better than me? Now I'm going to count how many LSU flags I see on the way home, plus American flags. And I'm going to let you guys go on.
There's no way you're a Texan, man. I met a lot of Texans
all the way, man.
in my
Listen,
life. There's
Louisiana's
no
the most
way you're
patriotic
a Texan,
place.
boy.
I'm going to prove
No
it by
way.
counting the amount of American flags on the way home. And I'm going to
Okay,
let
I
you
wanna
guys
make
know
a
because
bet.
this is actually
I
Rakia's
want to
blog.
bet. Easy money for you, brother. I bet you're not born and raised.
How many
in
American
Texas.
flags are there?
I bet you're not born and raised in Texas. $100.
Who said anybody
I'll
was
take
born?
that bet too, and I'm
claimed-
Canadian.
Who claimed to be born and raised in Texas?
I thought that's what you said. Is this him, Stone?
No,
The
that's not
fuck,
it,
bro? Jesus Christ!
God
Didn't M
damn,
Stone
man.
say he was born and raised in Texas?
Ooh, fuck it! Oh, my
Yes,
God.
M. Stone was born and raised in Texas.
There's no object permanence in
How do you
flat
know
Earth.
that?
Like I can't tell voices.
Because I'm
Who's
M.
speaking
Stone,
to me?
dumbass.
Well, all y'all sound alike. Basically, y'all read from the same script, making fun of
Yeah.
Louisiana. And
Oh,
people
that's
from it.
you, black
Making fun of
moron.
Louisiana.
That's the other loser.
Louisiana
Good for you, Rakia. You're in a safe spot, Rakia. You can't get any dumber.
Might be the same person. There's Curb
It might,
again.
it
That
might be
the
last
same
in
person.
education. I don't know.
You never know. It might all be the same people.
The
Rakia,
Stone and
they
you
all they
black
did was
death
say an
moron
objective
combo.
fact. And all they do is say an objective fact, which is that Louisiana ranks one of the lowest in education in the U.S. That's an objective fact. It's not making fun of anybody. It's just stating an objective fact.
That's true.
Yeah, they have problems with.
No, we were talking about the guy from Texas talking down about Louisiana.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
fuck
me.
Louisiana.
Still doing it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Lewis, nice shots.
No way M Stone is a Texan.
Yeah, those are great.
No way.
Really?
No way.
Would you like to put some
You guys
money
are
on
clowns if you think M Stone was born and raised in Texas. Clowns.
I met a lot of Texans. They were all cool. M Stone is if you're a Texan, you are a disgrace to Texans.
M Stone's
There
cool.
we go.
Oh God. Really, Rocky? Come on.
Yeah, see, I've met a lot of Canadians, and they are not. They're way. You are an absolute fucking prick. They are way cooler than you. There you go.
Touche, brother. Touche.
That is true. All the Quebecers I met.
Hey, so hey, Rocky, did you check out Lewis's photos?
No, he's been too busy.
No.
I'm looking at him now. I'm walking through Bass Pro actually.
He's busy signing paychecks for his crew. That's what he's probably doing.
No,
No,
there's
no
another
Friday.
American flag.
Yeah, Bass Pro.
Hope he doesn't pass the flag shelf. Then he'll start like overloading. A flag! A flag! A flag! A flag!
Oh, guys, I'm at the flag store. This is going to take a minute.
Rocky, do you pay your crew in checks or chicken nuggets?
Whatever they want. Usually a check.
He couldn't pay him last month because he ate the budget.
They could pay me in chicken nuggets.
All right, somebody's going to post that picture now. I was trying to set it up for that.
I haven't had Chick-fil-A since that day. I did have chicken nuggets this weekend, but it was from a place called Joe Bob's.
Is he a cousin of Billy Bob?
It was chicken strips more. It wasn't chicken nuggets.
The 413 picture, what altitude were you at? You look kind of high.
Hey, you think they would tar and feather an imposter Texan in Texas?
No.
Tar and feather? What fucking century do you think this is?
It's a
You know,
Canadian.
he always
thing.
has like these things that are like 40 years old.
Okay, easy with the Canadian thing. SC Montreal does not represent
Lewis,
all
the
Canadians.
one at
please.
The one at 11:11 is
Oh,
really
you guys
good.
can't take
All
a
right,
joke,
it's a
man.
Quebecois
Sorry,
thing.